Alien Romulus is one of the best in the long-running franchise, but it sometimes sticks too close to what came before it. Young woman Rain and her brother Andy, along with a group of friends, sneak aboard an abandoned Weyland-Yutani space station in search of cryopods, needed for a long-haul journey to a better planet. As you might expect, all is not okay on the station, and it's not quite as abandoned as initially thought. Fede Alvarez injects a fresh energy into this franchise, while also harkening back to what came before. In many ways, this film takes all the best bits of the prior movies and brings them together into a very fun, satisfying, well-made horror thriller film. The only real problem is that those best bits are very familiar and in some instances, iconic, so this film doesn't always feel all that inventive or original. As a sequel and a prequel to some of the other films, there are nods and homages to pretty much all the Alien movies, and it fits into the timeline well, even enhancing some events and plot points. It works fine without knowledge of those films too, which is very impressive for the 7th entry of a franchise with an ever-expanding lore. The craftsmanship on display is a highlight. The sets, the costumes, the adherence to 1970s future sci-fi aesthetics is well done. So much of this film was clearly shot on real sets and locations, with CGI only being used to enhance the sci-fi appearance. It gives this film a gritty, real feel and vibe. The CGI and special effects are equally as good, although one use of CGI is ethically questionable, and begs the question of just because you can do it, should you? The cast of characters are enjoyable enough, the two primary leads are great together with good chemistry. Kaylee is not just a rip-off Ripley. Her youth gives her a very distinct motivation and goal, and her brother plays his part excellently, showcasing a range of emotions and capabilities as an actor. The rest of the cast are good, but there's only so much time the film can possibly dedicate to them, and the film spends enough time doing so, allowing us to care one way or another about their fates. The score, the cinematography, and the editing are also very good. This is a well-paced film that feels like a roller coaster ride, with fun thrills, shocking scares, and more subdued dramatic moments. The fact that it looks and sounds good enhances affairs, making this feel like an old-fashioned movie in the best possible way. It's clear that those making this film cared a lot and put in a lot of effort to make it look, sound, and feel as good as it does. Alien Romulus is a very well-made, good, fun time. It helps rejuvenate the franchise with a fresh cast and perspective, but it also relies a little too much on referencing and replicating what came before it. There's not a lot of surprise to be had with the film, outside of some scares, but when the thrills and scares are so enjoyable, and the look of it and craftsmanship are so good, that lack of originality isn't a massive deal.